veterans. I wish they would stop using veterans as political pawns. If you take a look at Hillary, you and I served in the military. I did 22 years. If I left a piece of classified material out or had it on my phone, I'd be court-martialed and kicked out of the military. Something's wrong with this here country. What's going on? You mentioned political pawns. I have the same frustration that happened. Now, some have accused Mr. Trump of using vets in that press conferences that you've worked with him behind the scenes. What do you see in his heart toward vets and his desire to change things? You know what I see here, and the reason I would never ever put my name on a candidate, because I meet them all and I look at what they've done for veterans. First of all, Donald Trump sent over a plane to pick up 200 Marines over in Iraq or Afghanistan here, okay, to bring them back home because there was no transportation. What he also did, you know that Marine that was in prison for 4 years? People don't notice. He sent him $25,000. He financed the parades here in New York. He's done the monuments. This man has done so much for veterans over the years. He's an unsung hero, been doing this here. Affairs Committee, 22 years in the Marine Corps, retired First Sergeant. What I want to clarify here, first of all, I would never, ever in a million years put my name on a candidate that did not, from his heart, look me in the eye and tell me he's concerned about veterans. That's Donald Trump. I met him over a year ago. I've been involved with many fundraisers. There are many scam artists out there. He did the right thing by vetting these groups there. If you look at some of the groups, they're giving 20 cents, 40 cents on the dollar, and they're spending the rest for, their, nice lavish trips. He gave 100%. The liberal media is the only ones that have been calling me on the foundation. All right, I'm the former chairman. I've been dealing with this stuff for years as a veterans activist. Stop using veterans as political pawns. You got a guy outside McCoy. Go do a Google search on his Facebook. He's out there, his pictures with Clinton. They are using veterans as political pawns. It must stop. Donald Trump is doing this for the heart. You're all focused on the way he's raising money, and you're not looking at the 22 veterans that are killing each other every day. You're not concerned about the thousands of veterans that are on wait lists. Look at his plan on Trump's website. He talks about medical cards. He talks about fixing the VA. He talks about competition. I think the liberal media, and I've been dealing with you a long time, you need to get your head out of your butt, focus on the real issues. Thank you.
You're sleaze because you know the facts and you know the facts well. Go ahead.
I'm going to respond to this because obviously making change is not about what you believe. It's not about a speech you make. It is about working hard. There are 7,000 kids in New Hampshire who have health care because I helped to create the Children's Health Insurance Program. There are 2,700 National Guard and Reserve members who have access to health care because on a bipartisan basis, I pushed legislation through over the objection of the Pentagon, over the threat of a veto from President Bush. I want to make change, but I've already made change. I will continue to make change. I'm not just running on a promise of change. I'm running on 35 years of change. I'm running on having taken on the drug companies and the health insurance companies, taking on the oil companies. So, I think it is clear that what we need is somebody who can deliver change. And we don't need to be raising the false hopes of our country about what can be delivered. The best way to know what change I will produce is to look at the changes that I've already made.